YouTube? It is Mighty V here with a new video. We are back with another hashtag chat with Mighty. And like I said in the descriptions of my last two videos, I kind of wanted to start like a YouTube series of me just talking about things because I feel like, you know, everyone has opinions and I feel like it could be interesting. So I wanted to touch on subjects like today's subject, which you can see in the title, because personally, the dating life is kind of new for me. I have to laugh watching this because no, it's not. We've been out here for a year and a half. It's not new. Anyway, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not very active in it either. I think it's because I was pretty young when I got into my first relationship and it lasted a pretty long time. So I just never was used to going around meeting new people and talking to guys and blah, blah, blah. So I think topics like these are kind of interesting when they just come up. So today I wanted to explore the concept of ghosting. I became interested in it because I started thinking about it myself and I feel bad. I don't like the concept of ghosting. I think it's really mean. But I feel like when other people talk about it, or when you hear of people saying like, oh, he ghosted me, or oh yeah, I ghosted her, things like that, people say it as if it's nothing. But in reality, I feel really bad. So I wanted to see what other people thought. And since this is my first video and it's kind of new, I'm kind of trying it out, I just went to close friends and I asked them what they thought about ghosting. I pretty much got the same answer across the board and I do agree with the answer. And I think it's just because you are who you hang out with essentially. So basically everyone said ghosting is not nice and it's better to communicate with the person and say, hey, like, I don't see anything happening or I don't want to keep doing this. And I agree completely. However, I think it really depends. I don't think ghosting is black or white like many, many, many things in life. And this is what I was talking about with my friends. Basically, ghosting is fine if you and the person haven't really shared any moments together, if that makes sense. Like, I think ghosting is really bad and just like, why'd you do that? If you and the person have gone on dates together or even just a date and you guys have spent time together and all these things. I'm like, that's really mean. Like, if you just leave the person hanging. However, I feel like if it's just all like through phone and you guys are kind of talking back and forth, but you never meet in person, conversation's not really going anywhere, then I feel like that's fine. You know what I mean? Hopefully neither party gets any attachment, but then it's like, that's different because I feel like there's no connection that was made for real. That's just how I see it. Anyway, it's interesting though because, again, I personally don't like the idea of ghosting. I feel bad. I like things to be communicated. And I'm saying me as the victim and me as the perpetrator, both. But I do think it is important to kind of realize where you stand with things. Something I found interesting. Okay, so one of my friends said this. I don't want to like out them out. I don't know if they'd be comfortable with that. But basically, she said, if I got ghosted, I would probably wonder why and I'd probably ask if I cared enough or just left it alone because if they weren't interested, then I'd just leave it alone. I think that's a good point. If you get ghosted and you actually really care about the person, I think in some cases you could definitely be straight up and be like, hey, like, what happened? Like, I'm kind of curious, like, I kind of really liked you type thing. And if the other person doesn't answer, then they kind of suck, not gonna lie. I guess they don't really owe you anything. It's kind of mean. I'm getting hot talking about this. Something I was thinking about personally, I'm a person that is very serious when it comes to dating, honestly. The way I see it is if I don't see a future, I'll leave it. But also, it depends on where we stand. Have this person and I share time together, things like that, because I think that is important. I wouldn't just want to hang out with somebody, like have fun, maybe I don't have as much fun, but you can tell that they did, and just cut them off. I think that's so mean. I think bottom line, being ghosted and actually ghosting kind of sucks either way. I think my favorite answer that I got from one of my friends, she said, that shit weird as and childish. And then she also said, grow some balls and tell someone you're done instead of just disappearing. Good way to put it. If you watched all this way, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this. Please comment down below if you or any of your friends have any interesting or funny ghosting stories or what you think about ghosting yourself. I'd love to read your input. I hope you guys like this. I will be steaming some things up. Oh my god. Se me bajó la tensión. I don't know how to say that in English. You know when you have like a beeping in your ear all of a sudden? But I ate and I've been drinking water. Anyway, I'll be cooking up more topics to talk about. If you have any topics that kind of relate to this that would be interesting to converse about, please leave it in the comments below. I would really, really appreciate it. And thank you guys so much. Hope you guys have a great week.